Hello there you guys again, what's up? Welcome to another of my live videos. Yes guys, before I get into the topic of the development, you can see guys, yes I have had my haircut. I got it done a few hours ago, so if you're all gonna call me bald, I won't get offended. I'm not too bothered about what you guys say. Anyway guys, let's get straight into the topic of development today. The first thing I'm going to be discussing with you guys today is about Cristiano Ronaldo. According to reports, currently from the winning heroes, that Manchester United need to pay anything to get the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo back, and that's what you have to do in situations like this. Buy into our history. That's what Mourinho's looking to do. Buy into our history. You know, with all the good players that we had back in the day. You know, with Dennis Irwin, Van Nistelrooy, David Beckham, Scholes, Giggs, Keane, Vidic, Ferdinand, Evra. All them top players that we used to have. Tevez, you know, Rooney back in the day when he was good. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to pay a lot of money in to get the best players for top quality players and for players to win your leagues. And that's what Ferguson's been, and the winning heroes have been basically suggesting about this. That's what Manchester United need to do. But according to reports, that currently Cristiano Ronaldo has currently told his agent that he would prefer a move to Paris Saint-Germain. According to reports now that I've just looked at. He does want to make a move to Paris Saint-Germain, and it could be now that Manchester United are currently having second thoughts about this situation with Ronaldo. You know, we're basically Manchester United are not quite sure if they are willing to put an actual bid in for Cristiano Ronaldo. But as I said, I'd pay anything for Cristiano Ronaldo to come back to Manchester United to experience this facility. You know, we could be having second thoughts. Real Madrid could end up staying. Ronaldo could end up staying at Real Madrid. As I said about Perez has said the only way, according to him, that Ronaldo will depart Real Madrid is if any team that can afford him meets up with his 880 million buyout clause. If any team's willing to pay that, then I think he will get released and he will come to that team. Paris Saint-Germain could be all of a sudden now in his senses, as he currently told the Metro that he would prefer a transfer to Paris Saint-Germain, and that Manchester United are currently now having second thoughts about this. We've got the money to do it. You know, if comes available, he leaves Real Madrid, you know, we've got the money to do it. Paris Saint-Germain have also got the money to do it. Also, a few other teams have got the money to do it. But we need the likes of someone like Cristiano Ronaldo back into the team to bring the good old times back to Manchester United. That's what Mourinho's looking to do. Buy into our history, motivate the team more, gets the players that he needs in, and we should be a challenge next season. And when you're talking about a player of that calibre, you know, the world's best player in the world, which is Ronaldo, we need to get him back at Manchester United. You know, Paris Saint-Germain could be in the ascendancy. He could probably stay at Real Madrid. I'm not too convinced that he will leave Real Madrid. I'm not fully committing to it as yet, as more stuff updates. You know, Ronaldo's achieved well. He's been at the Bernabeu 8 years. I think he's still got 3-4 years left on his contract. He's won 3 Champions Leagues out of 4 seasons, 4 Ballon d'Ors. 3 Ballon d'Ors, 4 Ballon d'Ors. Won the La Liga a couple of times. Scored absolutely bag full of goals. 396 paces, I think it was, something like that. 406 goals, 111 assists. Absolutely phenomenal player. He's also very skillful. He's an efficient finisher. He's very good in the air. He's got fantastic electrifying pace. He's very strong. He's very versatile. He's well focused. Contributes to his game sublimely well. And he's got everything to bring that justice back to Manchester United. And he's won at Manchester United FA Cup, 2 League Cups, 3 Premier Leagues, and the Champions League. That's what Ronaldo's won. So he's achieved fantastically well. He's achieved fantastically well at Real Madrid. He's blabbing on about that he's unhappy at Real Madrid. He's not getting the reception that he needs. It's all due down to this tax case as well, this tax allegation, and he's aware of this tax obligation as well. He's aware of it. And as I said, the date's been scheduled. It's going to be on the 31st of July. He's going to be appearing in court. Whether he'll get found guilty or not guilty, I'm not quite sure. But I said, it's parable to Messi, because he had the same situation. He went to jail for 21 months for tax fraud. So it's similar situation. Similar situation, guys. You know, same with Mourinho. He's now being accused by the Spanish authorities of fraud in tax. He's been accused of it as well. So it's similar situations about Mourinho, Messi and Ronaldo. It's similar situations. But I just think Ronaldo's being petulant about this, guys, as I said. It may not be all to... Well, maybe not all to do with the tax allegations. He might just feel like he's getting unfairly treated at Real Madrid, and that he is 32, he's still a high prospect, and that he wants to go to another club, which could be Manchester United, returning back, you know, for the next 3 or 4 seasons or something like that. He comes back, gets between 30, 40 goals a season for us. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Get us to win the league for the next 3 years out of 4 at least, which will happen. And it's Fandabidocious that about Cristiano Ronaldo. He's also scored 2 in the final, 3 in the semi, 3 in the quarter in the Champions League with Real Madrid this season. He's just an absolutely phenomenal player, and he absolutely sets that world alight, does Cristiano Ronaldo. Wear that, guys. But according to the Metro, I just read that he's told his agent that he does basically want a PSG move, that there could be in the incentive to get Cristiano Ronaldo. I'd will to pay anything for Cristiano Ronaldo to get him back to the likes of Manchester United, because he's that calibre and he's worth that kind of money. He's free to leave. If only the way, according to Perez, he will leave if a team that meets up with his 880 million buyout clause. That's according to what Perez said anyway on the latest news. Anyway, guys, yes, Morata's still at a full... It's still frozen. Is the transfer fee? It's still frozen. A personal terms have agreed. We've agreed with Morata. We have agreed. It's just that they're asking for a price of around £79 million. Obviously, before 64 million's been rejected or something like that, or 60 million, whatever it was, and also £52.4 million bids being rejected. So I think they're going to be asking for a price of around £79 million for Alvaro Morata. I'm still very, very confident he will come. Chelsea have lost their interest. They've now currently agreed personal terms with Romelu Lukaku, so it looks like they're in the ascendancy to get Romelu Lukaku Chelsea. I said I did like him. I would have liked him to come to Manchester United, but he's a big game flop. He does bottle it in the big games, does Romelu Lukaku, when he's got an awful first touch as Romelu Lukaku. There's also, according to reports that I've read, guys, about Ed Woodward, that he's got 4 dream signings. I am going to look into that, and one of them's on Ronaldo. I think it's Ronaldo, Bale. I think it's Ronaldo, Bale, Muller, and someone else. Ronaldo, Bale, Muller, and Neymar. That's it. Yeah, they're the 4 dream signings that Ed Woodward's basically said. But, yeah, Morata's had a regular start at Madrid, but he's our main priority, so it's important that we do get Morata up front. Latest news about Aubameyang, not quite sure what's happening with him. If he is available, which I think he might be, Manchester United should be into him. Very good down the channels, very good at getting through the channels, very good at leading the line. He's got lovely both feet, he's very composed, well organised, and he's a good goal scorer. 40 goals last term for Borussia Dortmund. You know, he's done fantastic well as Aubameyang. We need players at that calibre, you know, players at that calibre. Alexis Sanchez, could he be going to the MLS that I've just read about? Could he be a possible swap that Arsenal have said? Sanchez goes to Dortmund, Aubameyang goes to Arsenal. I love Sanchez though, he's very composed, well organised. You know, his advanced position, I think, is at number 7. He's got fantastic genuine pace, fantastic goal scorer, and, you know, he's versatile and one of Arsenal's best players. And if you think about, if you like Sanchez, your Kanes, your Aubameyangs, you know, that's basically like if that were to happen to Manchester United. It's like a combination of Messi, Neymar and Suarez at Real Madrid. Barcelona, because they do combine very, very well in the team. So it's like a glimpse of that basically. Whatever players we're getting, it'd be a sort of similar glimpse of that from Barcelona. Alexis Sanchez definitely won't be coming to Manchester United. We haven't fully put an initial approach in for him. Also, Kane, to me, I vote him he's one of the best strikers in the world. You know, he's very highly rated. Currently won the Golden Boot last season. And he's the limelight for Tottenham. Absolute limelight. 30 appearances last season, scored 29 goals. He's just an absolute phenomenal player. And he's one of Tottenham's elite strikers, and he's just their standout player. I would absolutely love Harry Kane at Manchester United. You know, that glimpse feeling if he come, I would absolutely love Harry Kane to come to Manchester United. It would be absolutely fantastic. The way he leads that line at Tottenham, scores bag full of goals, creates a lot of clinical chances, and that's what we need at Manchester United. Someone who's going to create clinical chances, create that fluidity and movement, because it is essential we do get someone who's going to lead them lines. Jose Mourinho, as I said, has identified that key role as his midfield is his most essential position. And we have looked into a few midfielders as well, and I'm not too sure what's going to be happening with Rooney, guys. Is he going to be leaving in the summer? I think Rooney should go. I think he's got another year on his contract, as I said, but Rooney's not going to develop himself more. He's had it over the years. He's played phenomenally well, scored lovely goals, participated well in the team, combined well with other teammates, but he's just lost his touch. He's lost everything as Rooney, and I think it's time for him to leave. You know, as there were talks about someone else getting that number 10 shirt with James Rodriguez. Are Manchester United going to get him? It's been stemming from reports a while, but it has died down in the last couple of weeks. I do highly rate James Rodriguez. He's very versatile. He's got a wonder of a left foot as James Rodriguez. I do love James Rodriguez, and he'd be a crucial player to come to Manchester United. You know, he'd be absolutely fantastic with James Rodriguez. Liverpool have been in there, AC Milan have been in there for Rodriguez, Arsenal have been in there for Rodriguez. A lot of teams, Chelsea have been in there for Rodriguez, a lot of teams have been in there for James Rodriguez. It's because we do, basically, if Rooney leaves, we need someone who's going to operate that number 10 role especially. But it's essential, we do need that number 9 role, and Manchester United going to keep that number 7 role vacant for a while, unless Mkhitaryan gets it, maybe Rashford gets it. You know, I think from a commercial point of view, as I said before, Manchester United wouldn't want to keep that number 7 role vacant. But they might have to. If Robert Lewandowski come, which is a very, as I heard, he was unhappy at Munich. He won't come to Manchester United. I very doubt that'll happen. It's just an unlikely target that he had links to Manchester United. It's just one of them unlikely targets, you know. It can pay off sometimes. I could prove wrong. It can happen. But I just don't see... I just don't see it happening, guys. I really don't see it happening. And it does look like now, guys, that David De Gea is currently staying at Manchester United. He's been at the club since 2011. Took him a while to rank up, and then he ranked up and become potentially the world's best goalkeeper in the world. And he ramped up slowly well at Atletico Madrid. Was fantastic at Madrid, and then ranked up at Manchester United well, and he's performed very well as David De Gea, and he's a crucial keeper. And it looks like now Real Madrid have lost their interest yet again in David De Gea, and that he could be staying at Manchester United. So that's fantastic news, because he's crucial. He's a player. He's a goalkeeper. He's the best in the world. He can keep his clean sheets going on to next season if he is here, which I think he will be now. I do think he will be. So it looks like and Perez has said Real Madrid have basically, they're not focused on David De Gea anymore. You know, their intentions are now on Donnarumma, apparently, according to Perez. They want that Donnarumma from AC Milan. He's a good wonder kid. He could be the world's next number 1. Same with Keylor Navas. I think he's good, but they're nowhere near in the same calibre as David De Gea, and that's it, really. Luke Shaw deserves another chance at Manchester United, because basically if you think of the left backs we haven't got many viable alternatives there. Luke Shaw is probably our advanced left back. People say he's injury prone. He played well for Southampton, could become England's number 1 first choice soon. As we said, there were problems on that left last season. There wasn't players overlapping. There wasn't players emerging attacks on that left-hand side. So there wasn't much, basically, any good width coming from that left-hand side. That's why I said we do need someone who's on the left, the pacey winner, who's going to give us that dedicated width. You know, it does look like even Perisic now. Martial, he's not going to do it on his own. He did it last season a few times. I don't think Martial's going to get put in a central role. I think he's going to stay on the left-hand side. Is it Anthony Martial? Even Perisic, he's going to get the help support he needs, so that's fantastic there. So that's fantastic there, guys. Sorry about that incident then. Oh, wait there, guys. So sorry about that, guys. Again, sorry, my control disconnected. Yes, so we do need that dedicated width. Even Perisic, you can't compare him to a Gareth Bale. You cannot compare him to a Gareth Bale. He's very skillful. He's very, very good in the air. And, you know, he's good at teasing, manipulating defenders. He's as I said, he's skillful. And he can score goals. He can score goals. And I think he can, you know, progress at Manchester United. But even Perisic, I think Inter Milan need this £27 million anywhere for summer at the end of June. To highly benefit from something, I think it is. But I think it's going to be advanced talks. We've been in advanced talks in quite a while about even Perisic. It's been going on for quite a while. He said he is keen of playing under Jose Mourinho's belt. He's keen of playing under Jose Mourinho's belt. He's even Perisic. He's a player, in my opinion, because he's not Galactico. He's a player that's rated around about £30 million. He's rated about £30 million. He's not worth £48 million, which is the asking price from Inter Milan. We could use that money with something better. Get a better player in who's better than Perisic. He's not worth £48 million. He's a standout player from Inter Milan, as Inter Milan didn't have a good campaign last season, as they currently finished 7th. Personal terms have been agreed. We should know, I don't know when we'll know, it should be sometime this week now, about when the transfer fee is fully negotiated and it's a full-on deal. But it is important we do get a couple of these players on the board before the US tours, which is 2 or 3 weeks, guys, as I said away. We've already got one fantastic player on the board, which is Victor Lindelof, achieved well at Benfica. Is he going to be the reincarnation of Vidic and Ferdinand? We'll have to wait and see about that, guys. We'll have to wait and see. But he has achieved well at Benfica. I said he does have some reservations about his game, but he is good in the air. He's a bit of a suspect on the head. But I think he's a player that tries to get in every single tackle. Victor Lindelof, and it's good that he's made a signing. I think it is 31.7 million that Manchester United did get him for. It was a shock to us all. And also, he's going to be fantastic with Eric Bailly as a strong centre-back partnership, because Bailey's absolutely fantastic. Fantastic buy from Mourinho last summer. You know, he bought 4 fantastic signings. He bought Bailey, Mkhitaryan, Pogba, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Not quite sure what's going to happen with him yet. Probably depends on his fitness, whether he's going to sign another short-term contract or I don't know what's fully happening with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, guys. Now I'll have to look more into it, so I'm not going to really comment. Wait there. But Pogba, people are desperate for Herrera to get that captain's armband next season, which I think he will get that captain's armband next season. I'm not really quite sure who else could get it. I think Herrera will get that captain's armband next season, to be quite fair. He did hold that line well in centre defensive midfield last season, did Herrera, so I will give him a lot of credit for that, and Herrera. But I think he needs to express himself more, maybe push him up or put him on the right centre midfield or maybe something like that, so he expresses himself more, attacks more, because we need that attacking spirit and these flair signings that will make us that kind of team next season. Also, Paul Pogba, he had issues last season. I said I did slate him down, but towards like the quarter and the last stage last season, he upped his game, obviously with his 5 passing away, plus his injury that he suffered as well. It was £89.3 million, but we're looking to break that transfer record again this season with Morata, our second transfer world record fee, which looks really likely. So I said Paul Pogba is comparable to Paul Scholes. They do have similarities. I can't think of anything where really they're comparison them two. I think they're similar. I think Paul Pogba operates space like Scholes does. Very, very good on the ball. Good at them trademark passes. Controls the midfield well. Dictates the play well. And that's what Paul Pogba and Paul Scholes do. So as I said, they are comparable and they do have similarities there. Carrick, our centre defensive mid, he's been the flourish of Manchester United. Been at the club for over a decade. Won these domestic cups with Manchester United. But I said he's aging up and he's not strong enough. He's not strong enough going on to next season. So it's essential that we do get a centre defensive mid there, guys. It is very, very essential. Also, if you're looking at the centre back with Michael Keane, he's another unlikely target. Now, I think he's been linked with Everton or something. Mourinho's was linked with him. Of course, we had him under the Louis van Gaal era. I think we sold him for around about £2 million, Michael Keane. I don't think he's got that big club winning mentality, though. I don't think he's good enough to be establishing himself well at a big club. I think he's good for like an average team or like a small team. He has done barstorming at Burnley. So I'll give him credit for that. You know, could Jose Mourinho get another centre back in if he really wants to get another centre back in? But I said the situations with that Perez said he doesn't know controversing Ronaldo's departure. So he could be in incentive to go to Paris Saint-Germain. You know, could stay at Real Madrid. It was reporting from the Ebola newspapers that he wanted to make an irreversible decision to leave. Then it was sprouting around. It's been sprouting around for the last three days now, basically. But I don't know what to believe because we've heard all this nonsense before that, you know, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. It's never really happened, so I'm not quite sure, guys, what to believe in this in this matter. I'm not really sure what to believe. And he's extravagant as well as Ronaldo. Even his lifestyle is extravagant as well. If you guys agree on that, I would agree on that. But it is good that Jose Mourinho is creating this youth in the team. It's better to get more youth in the team. We have got a lot of players that are aging up, basically. It's good that he's getting youth in the team, you know, to progress himself more. And they'll get better over the years and years and years. And we'll find out with Lindelof, as I said, at the end of his tenure, you know, if he was worth the value of the money. Fabinho, I don't think Jose Mourinho has no intentions unless he fails to sign Dyer or Matic. I think he's focused now on Matic. I don't know if a deal's being put out about that. But they don't complement, as I said, Herrera, your Pogba's, your Nainggolan's, your Icardi's, your Matuidi's, even your Neymar's. They don't complement any of them players, so I think they're underrated players, but yeah. But the main priorities that look like they're coming now. Even Perisic looks like it's on the cards. Morata looks like it's more than on the cards, so it looks like they are coming. But I think for Manchester United, we need to strengthen up, and for us to be title competitors next season, I think if these Galactico players come available, such as your Ronaldo's, your Mbappe's, your Dembele's, that we should be at least getting one of them players on the board when we've got that opportunity to get them players on the board. And if we miss out, it will be a disappointment, and I don't think we can be title competitors next season. Do you think Lindelof, Perisic, Morata, Matic or Dyer or even Fabinho, do you think that's enough for the title challenge team? It may be so or I may be wrong, but Fabinho is a class player, but they are good players, but these your likes with your Lindelofs aren't going to judge yet. Your likes with your Fabinhos, your likes with your Perisic, your likes with Morata. They're not Galactico players. Do you think that team's strong enough to go on to win the title with them players in? And if we have the chance to get Ronaldo, we should be first in the queue. With your Mbappe's, with your Dembele's, with your Bamyans and all that. They're the type of quality players that can make you be challenging, that can score your goals and win you leagues. And that's what we've had in the past before, and that's what Jose Mourinho is looking to do, feed into our history. That's what Mourinho is looking to do, guys. I'd just be so ecstatic if Ronaldo come back to Manchester United. It would be an absolute phenomenal story, and it would be an absolute fairy tale if Ronaldo was to make his way back to Manchester United. It would just be absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Real Madrid and Barcelona, they're comparable. They're comparable because they score a bag full of goals. They're challenging for La Ligas every year, so they're comparable. I'm just not sure if Ronaldo wants to leave Real Madrid. If he's going to let Messi go on and win the Ballon d'Or every single year without him participating in the La Liga. I don't quite know. I still think he's being petulant about this. So I'm not going to be fully committing to it. I will believe this when he has officially left Real Madrid. Then I will believe he's going to be making a move back to Manchester United. But they're Paris Saint-Germain are in the door though, aren't they? According to reports, he has requested to his agent that he wants to get a PSG transfer. Apparently, he's basically our main target now, but he wants to get a PSG transfer. He's also told George Mendes. He told him a couple of months ago also he was going to be leaving Real Madrid. So I don't really know what to believe, guys, in this situation, because I have heard it all before. I don't think it's going to happen. I think this tax thing, are Real Madrid going to pay the tax fee for Ronaldo, you know? Is any team going to meet his buyout clause, which is £880 million? I think this problem will be sorted out. I think they'll all forget about it, and Ronaldo will just stay at Real Madrid. Yeah, for the rest of his career, probably. He'll stay at Real Madrid. I just don't know. I just can't see it happening, guys. I really can't see it happening. But this is basically our last opportunity to... We'll never get a better chance than this. We'll never get a better chance than this to get Cristiano Ronaldo, the world's best player. We'll never ever get a better chance than this. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna be going on the One Football app because Ed Woodward has thingy, guys. He's wait there, guys. Bear with me. I've just got to charge my controller up. I think obviously Manchester City as well have also got Bernardo Silva on the board. He was a miss that Manchester United missed out on. I think they've also signed a Benfica goalkeeper or something at Manchester City. I think they've also showed their interest in Aubameyang as well, as I'd read about. I think they may have lost interest now. I need to look more into that, guys. But I'm going to access the One Football app and have a look at all this. There's 4 dream signings that Ed Woodward has stated out that he'd like to come. Ronaldo, Bale, Muller and Neymar. Bale, I can look at some of the stats for Neymar. I know he's a top quality player, but I'm just going to have an interesting look at his stats, guys. We'll have a look into his stats and Neymar, see if he's... I know he'll be good, but I'm going to look into his stats. Wait there, guys. I'm just going to... Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, but with Ronaldo, it's been different. It's been, there's been talks of 131 million euros, which is 150 million in pounds sterling. There's been talks of 174.5 million, and there's been talks about an astonishing, staggering amount of 350 million. So I think it's now basically, according to Perez, it's all to do with this buyout clause. And according to Perez, Manchester United have not put out an official bid for Ronaldo. I don't know if we're having second thoughts. I don't even know if Manchester United are going to put an official bid for Cristiano Ronaldo. But if you want the best, we've had the best before. If you want the best, you've got to put that money down on the table and get that player when he's available. That's what you've got to do. That's what you've got to do with a club like Manchester United. You've got to do that. We've had great players over the years. We've had so many great players over the years. He did it last summer. Mourinho got 4 good signings. We had a lacklustre campaign, but Jose Mourinho did well in his first debut season at Manchester United. He did well. Got that Europa League, and we've got this Champions League offering for players to come. We've got it. So now, guys, I am going to access the One Football app. Wait there, guys. It's crashed. Sorry, guys, you've got to have patience on this. It's just currently crashed at the moment. But if you're going to ask me on my perspective on this, I'd take Harry Kane any day of the week. One of the best strikers in the Premier League, probably one of the best strikers in the world now. Would I take Aubameyang? Yes. Would I take the likes of Dembele? Yes. Would I take Mbappe? Yes. Mbappe is one of the highest prospects in the world. Could be in a necessity to go to Real Madrid if he does leave Monaco. I'm not sure if he is. He could be going to Real Madrid by the looks of things. Mbappe is phenomenal. So I'd take him any day of the week. So we need to get at least one of these Galactico players on the board. The Youth Academy, will they be getting any first team action next season? Not quite sure, guys, about the Youth Academy. Axel Chinesby, not quite sure what's happening with him. He did play well last stage of the season when he was in the games. He was participating well. Played fantastic on his debut against Arsenal at that right back. Can also play well in that midfield as well, can Axel Tuanzebe. He has got talent, and I do highly rate Axel Tuanzebe. I do really rate Axel Tuanzebe. Also, Josh Harrop. Well, one of the youngsters did score a hat-trick against Tottenham in the youth. Was it Josh Harrop? I think it was Josh Harrop. It might have been someone else. I might be wrong about that. Was it Josh Harrop? And he scored a fantastic goal against Palace, did Josh Harrop. And how the youth performed against Palace was absolutely phenomenal. Also, Angel Gomez coming on and then Rooney getting a standing ovation was an absolutely fantastic moment as well. But what a finale that was for Josh Harrop with that finish that I did. It was absolutely phenomenal. So, with Joel Pereira, our third choice keeper, could he be getting first team actions in the US tours? That I'd heard that he could be getting a few first team actions, maybe. You know, but the youth will glow into the team. We have got a standout good youth academy, basically. We have got a standout good youth academy. Also, Marcus Rashford, not ready to lead the lines just as yet, but will glow up. He's got young talent experience. He likes to interrogate the defence, likes to operate space, likes to get in behind, does Marcus Rashford. That number 7 role would have been full, definitely, if we'd have got Antonio Griezmann. We were all adamant he was going to get that number 7 role. We could still fill it. We could still, give it to somebody else. So I'm gonna wait there a minute, guys. I'm gonna go on the if this crashes, guys, I can't access the OneFootball app as this thing is crashing. Oh yes, guys, it's okay. I've got it up. And some more things might detail me up so I can read some of that stuff out to you guys. Some any articles come up that's very informative that I haven't mentioned to you. I will be discussing with you about that as well. Right, I'm going to access the OneFootball app, guys. But Luke Shaw did see, let's go back to Luke Shaw, he did see a bit of criticism last season under Mourinho, but I think he definitely deserves a chance, does Luke Shaw. You know, he's still young, he can get better as he plays on. I think he deserves at least another season at Manchester United, does Luke Shaw. Obviously, I think there's a lot of players as well, contract expiring soon as well. Obviously, some have extended, Valencia's extended his. He's fantastic at that right back, is Antonio Valencia. You know, Jose Mourinho has praised him and admired him. Let's go on to the main headlines then. Currently, Jose. Now I'm going to read about this little article. I'm just going to read some of it out to you guys. Yes, he's been accused of defrauding the tax authorities, Mourinho. 3.3 billion euros by a Spanish regional prosecutor with a complaint filed on Tuesday. Mourinho is under suspicion of having committed 2 offences in relation to personal income tax, according to a report. But the 50-year-old has denied. Mourinho has currently denied any wrongdoing. So basically, he has denied this. That he has been accused of this tax defrauding, but he's currently denied this allegation and this situation. He's denied it. As I said, Ronaldo's going to appear in court on July the 31st. But they don't have a strong relation, do Ronaldo and Jose Mourinho. They don't have a strong relation. That could be another fault to it as well. That could put something into it as well. Yes, let's go back, guys. Let's go back off this. Oh, for God's sake, I've gone off app. Wait there, guys, you've got to be patient with me. Just got to be patient on this app, guys. Wait there. Mohamed Salah could be going to Liverpool, could be getting that number 9 shirt. Liverpool, Salah. Just saw that as well. Just checking if I've missed out on any news, guys, that I'm going to update you with. Yeah, so what we're going to do is, these four, well, I already know a few of them. I don't really watch much of Neymar. I know he's a very, very highly rated player. So I'm going to have a go on Neymar, and then I'm going to go on Thomas Muller's stats. These are the unlikely ones. These are the four dream signings that Edward would basically like to come into Manchester United, including Ronaldo and Gareth Bale in there as well, guys. So, and then we're going to have a little talk about Nelson Semedo. We're going to have a look at some of his stats as well. So, we'll have a look. Should we start with Thomas Muller? Yes, go on. We'll start with Thomas Muller, guys. Work there, guys. I'll type him in. You've just got to bear with me on this app. I said get it downloaded to your phone, your Android, your tablet, anything. It's very, very informative. It'll tell you the stuff you need to know, guys. So it is very, very good. Well, if it's not going to let me search up, then I can't really do it. But we'll try again, see what happens. Oh my days, what is it doing? Work there, guys. You've just got to bear with me on this app. It's very, very stupid. So I'm just going to search a teaming anyway. I'm just going to search the teaming, guys. We'll search him by Munich because he does play for them. Just typing it in now, work there. Right, we've got him up now. FC Bayern Munich. We're going to have a look at Thomas Muller. If I can get him up. If I can't get him up now, as if this is going dinner, then... Oh yes, there has been talks about Pulisic as well from... There has been talks about Pulisic as well. I didn't really know that, guys. I want to get on the player. I want to get on the bleeding player here. I'm sick of this. I want to get on the player. If I can't get on the player, guys, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about this, guys. It's very, very frustrating. It really is frustrating, this, when it doesn't let you do what you want to do. So you just have to bear with me a moment. That's all I can bleeding do at the moment, guys. I don't think there's also been a bid for Belotti either, guys, so that's something else I can update you with as well. No bid for Morata, no bid for Belotti either. As with Belotti, there was... Some people said we didn't need both if Morata was going to come. Would Belotti be good for the backup plan? You know, the club president did keep increasing the price tag up, and Manchester United currently failed to go along with that price tag that had been put out. He had a buyout clause as well, did Andrea Belletti. He's a standout player, though. He's another standout player I'd love at Manchester United, guys. He's another one. So, guys, I don't think I can get this up. I think this app's playing up today. It's crashing a lot, and unless I go on another one, I can try again, but I can go on another one. It's going funny, guys. I can't really do nothing about this now. It's playing up. Try again. If it don't work, guys, I'll have to do it on my next video about these stats about some of these players I want to tell you guys about. If it doesn't work, I can't do nothing about it. Come on. In fact, guys, it is playing up, so I'm just going to go on Google and type it in, because it is playing up, this OneFootball app. It does keep crashing all the time, so sorry about that long debate, guys, about this. Sorry about the long debate, but Ronaldo, in the end, it could end up just being a total disagreement with him coming to Manchester United, so it could just end up being controversy, guys, you know, really, if you ask me about it. But let's have the more news about Andrea Belotti. Andrea Belotti, there we go. Alright, let's go on the Manchester touring, giving up there Manchester United 3 hours ago. We'll know more about this now, guys. This is from the Daily Post, and there's one from the Manchester Evening News as well. Torino give update. According to the Daily Post, Manchester United target Andrea Belotti. Yeah, there's no, as I said, there's no bid for Andrea Belotti. We're lucky to sign Morata, as it says. We haven't put a bid in. United, it's gone off a bleeding again. It's gone off. I think it's something to do with his storage, guys. I'm so sorry about this. United had yet to put an offer. We've yet to put an offer for Belotti. You know, after being put off at Belotti's 100 million release clause. Interest in Belotti became apparent in March, didn't it? You know, when he began to have doubts about any deal for Antonio Griezmann. But Mourinho believes Morata should be Zlatan Ibrahimovic's replacement. That is absolutely spot on, as I did say that before. So yeah, there's not been an official bid put out. There's not been an official bid put out yet for Andrea Belotti. So more things will update about that, guys, so I can notify you on that as well. And yes, Nelson Semedo. Some people will go on the topic of him. Nelson Semedo, if I pronounced that right, guys. He is a Benfica right back. I think he did feature in 45 games, scored 2 goals and got 11 assists. So he is what I've heard of him, I haven't watched much of him. He is good as a right back. But I don't think that we do need an essential right back, guys. I think that's not one of the main priorities in that position, you know. Strengthen the right back if you want to, but we've got the likes of Valencia there. Got the likes of Darmian there as backup if we need him. We could even play Tunezi there. So we've got a few options at right back who we can basically play at right back. You know what I mean? You could even if Fabinho come, he's a centre defensive mid, but he could also play at right back as well. So I don't think it's really that essential that we do need a right back. Is he worth £30 million or 35? Does that bid's been put out for Nelson Semedo? I do think he's a good player, but I think I think it is a bit. It's not too much, but it's 30 million. We could use it on something better. You know, a position that's more important than right back. If we do get him, I'll be very ecstatic if we do get him in. But it could, to some fan opinions, it could be pretty pointless as we don't need an essential right back, and that's what I'm saying on the matter, guys. Basically. Let's turn In fact, we can go on. Should we try Thomas Muller now on the Google site instead of just going on the OneFootball app, as it is not working at the moment, guys. It's going very, very dodgy. Someone's out there. Right, Thomas Muller. In 2014, Muller was ranked the 5th best footballer in the world, currently by The Guardian, as it says here. Since 2008-9, 35 appearances, 16 goals. Since 2008 for Bayern Munich, I think this is just in Bundesliga. He's made 257 appearances, scored 96 goals. So basically, he is a standout player. He's also won the FIFA World Cup in 2014, the UEFA European Championship 2012. So he is basically he is a standout player. He's Thomas Muller, and that was one of Ed Woodward's dream signings. Was Thomas Muller, guys. It doesn't look like it won't happen, but it's one of the dream signings. Also, Neymar's in there as well, as I told you guys. Let's go on Neymar. I already know most about Ronaldo. I've told you about that. I've told you about Bale. So we'll just talk about Muller and Neymar. So we'll go on Neymar now, guys. Wait there, guys. You got to be patient with me. Neymar, there we go, get him up. Right, Neymar here. We've got him up here on the Go website. Neymar player ratings, fantastic club loyalty. He dives a lot. His heading's weak. Shot accuracy, fantastic. His work rate's good as well. His creativity is good as well. Fantastic dribbling, controlling the ball well. Fantastic fear factor, good killer instinct, and has got good acceleration. And he's got precise on the ball, and he's very, very composed. So let's have a look at his stats. He currently made, wait there, guys. He currently made 36 appearances last season, did Neymar. Scored 36 appearances, 4 goals in the Champions League. In Spain, scored 13 goals. And in the Cup, scored 3 goals. So he has scored 20 goals in 45 appearances. Made 9 appearances in Champions League last season. Made 30 in La Liga. And made 6 in the Cup. And goals, 3 in the Cup, 13 in the La Liga, and 4 in the Champions League. So he has currently made... So what's that? Wait there. 39. 39. 45 appearances, scored 20 goals. Yes, that's right. 45 appearances and scored 20 goals. And he's a good athlete, and he has got a lot of physical attributes. And he does combine well with Messi and Suarez, does Neymar. So that would be absolutely fantastic if Manchester United could get him on the board as well. Well there, guys, any more information to notify you about? $49 minutes. Doesn't seem like 49 minutes, guys, I've been on here. Wait there, guys, it's crashed again. You just got to bear with me on this site. Sorry about all this. Right, anyway, it's up now, so it doesn't matter. Manchester United transfer news. Yes, let's go on that. I think Matuidi is a good standout player as well. I really do think Matuidi is a good standout player. That I think a couple of days ago, as I did forget to mention you guys, that Manchester United had offered PSG an offer for Matuidi. I think it was an offer, like something like that. Something keeps coming up. It's getting on my nerves. Guys, you gotta bear with me. Yeah, Manchester United had made an offer for the midfielder Matuidi. Yeah, he would have been an essential replacement for Michael Carrick as he's not strong enough going on to next season. This was just according to reports, so I'm going to update you on that now. The Frenchman speaking soon after PSG and Coupe de France win over Angers last month. And he was doubted over his future in Paris. So Manchester United have been currently linked with him. I think a lot of teams have been linked with Matuidi. So he would be good. He would be a fantastic goal scorer with even Perisic and Alvaro Morata respectively. So yeah, he would be fantastic as well. He would be fantastic. But there wasn't a bid put out. But I haven't heard anything more about Matuidi. So we'll have a look at a bit more of his stats. We'll look at more of Matuidi's stats, guys. See what he's got to tell us about him. Right, guys, you just gotta be patient with me. But looking at Benfica's players, a lot of them are wanting to leave, and players are basically going after teams are going after him. There's been Talsger Anderson also on Jose Mourinho's radar. You know, we've already got Lindelof. You know, there's Semedo obviously there as well. So obviously, I think City have got one of their goalkeepers as well. So it's been amazing. Matuidi last season made what's that? 8 for 12, 18 appearances, 8 in the Champions League, 6 in the Cup, 4. He didn't make any appearances in La Liga 1 last season in Matuidi, according to this. 8 in the Champions League, 6 in the Coupe de France, 4 in the Coupe de la Liga. That would be a tournament, something if I've probably pronounced that wrong, as I usually do. So anyway, 80 appearances, 1 goal in Coupe de France, and 2 in the Champions League, so 3 goals, 1 assist. So, yeah, I think he has been on Jose Mourinho's radar as a Matuidi. The players' news, let's go on that. Yeah, so we have been focused on France. Manchester United target Matuidi focused on France, not PSG future. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, guys, and yes, as I mentioned to you guys about Adnan Januzaj, Real Sociedad have been linked to him, and I think a few other teams have been linked to him. As I said, guys, I do want Marian Fellaini to go. We need someone who's got the more ability to more attacking and more defensive in midfield. He hasn't got that big club winning mentality, you know. We need someone who's more highly rated, and he's better than Fellaini. Don't think he's good enough. I presume Ashley Young will be going. I presume Smalling will be going, as well as a catalogue of teams I've been linked with Smalling as well. I don't think he's going to produce any more stuff for Manchester United, Chris Smalling. Phil Jones, he is good when he gets 700 games under his belt, but I'm not quite going to be quite sure what's happening with him. Left back, let's have a look at the left back, because Manchester United have been linked with quite a few left backs. Ryan Sessegnon, 29 appearances last season, scored 7 goals or something like that. And he's highly rated, and he's progressed up the ranks as Ryan Sessegnon with Fulham. So I am going to look into more into that, as I don't really know much about that, guys. Since I last told you on one of my videos from quite a while back about Ryan Sessegnon, Manchester United had gained an interest in Ryan Sessegnon. So we will have a look at that, guys, right now. Spurs have been in there as well, but I'm going to look at the more updated news about Ryan Sessegnon. I'm just having a look, see what teams he's linked with. Ryan Sessegnon news, let's have a look. The think isn't 100% a Premier League player. Tottenham are basically, in the sense that they are highly linked with Ryan Sessegnon. I don't really know about Manchester United. Are they still linked with Ryan Sessegnon? Possibly. Could he be rejecting the offer? I'm not quite sure, guys, really. Yeah, it was back, basically, the 2nd of June. Man United to battle Tottenham and Liverpool in the race for Ryan Sessegnon. Manchester United had joined in race sign Fulham wonder kid Ryan Sessegnon. He's been according to the Daily Telegraph and rest of the reports and the media outlets. That was on the 2nd of June, so it hasn't been really talked about for a while. So that could be out of the window basically now, as us to get him as a left back. We've also looked into Mendy in the past. He was also linked to Manchester City as well. Mendy. Mendy had a Barcelona season, Monaco winning the La Liga for the first time in nearly 2 decades, reaching the Champions League semi-final. So they've got a fantastic young, talented team of Monaco. They really have got a young, fantastic team. Yeah, Manchester City are currently closing in on a signing. It looks like they're in incentive. The deal is around about 39.6 million move, so looks like Manchester City are in there as well. Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City hunt for the 14 million rated Monaco star. So he's probably, as a player, he's probably rated as around about a £40 million player. You know, so it looks like we won't be getting him either. So because Manchester City are basically now on the verge, and it looks like they're emerged as the front runners to win this race to get Benjamin Mendy. But City have got a few players on the board, but as I said, they've had more chance to look more in the region to get players on the board. And Manchester United were playing for that Europa League, and we got that. So that's basically it, really. But as I said, with David De Gea, that's fantastic news that he's staying. Obviously, as I said, Perez quoted out. We hadn't put an official bid for Ronaldo in, which we hadn't put an official bid for James. We hadn't put an official bid in for James Rodriguez, and we hadn't put an official bid in for Avraham Rate. It will be discussed though. He's just had his wedding. Don't know when's his medical due. I'm not quite sure. Has he had it? I'm not quite sure, guys, when his medical's due. But everything's been agreed. We just need a transfer fee to be fully negotiated, and the only way, according to Perez, that Ronaldo will be leaving if any team, meets up with his buyout clause. As I said, guys, that's basically the only way that it is gonna happen, basically. So yeah, guys, that's about everything I have updated with you today. Sorry, guys, I couldn't get the One Football app, guys. Well, I could, it just was crashing, and I couldn't get on the full stats of that certain player, so I do apologise for that, guys. But as I said, with the likes of Ousmane Dembele, he'd be fantastic. Ousmane Dembele, imagine Ousmane Dembele and Ronaldo up front. What an attacking force and strike force that'd be. Even Aubameyang, I'd love to get him, but we need to get at least one of these Galactico players, if they do come available down the line. There's also been talks with Lacazette, Arsenal being linked to him. With Mbappe, that he's good as well. 46 I can't remember now. Sorry about his stats. Can't really remember about Lacazette. I do forget easily. But as I said, guys, yes, we did miss out on Bernardo Silva. But as I said, where was I now? About Mbappe. He looks like he could be going to Real Madrid. Could be staying at Monaco, extending his contract to Monaco. Arsenal have been in there. They offered £87 million, rejected. They've also recently, before, put £100 million in for Mbappe. But a lot of teams are going to be keen on him. He's young, talented, progressed well with Monaco. Had a bar-storming season with Monaco. So, yeah, basically now, Manchester United, all they've got to do, when a player comes available with the likes of Ronaldo, get your money down on the table, doesn't matter what it is. They're going to win your league titles, make it competitive, put your money down on the table, where, and that's what you do, guys. That is what you exactly do. Right there. But I am really delighted about his transfer window. It is very, very interesting in what's going on. There is big players and Galactico players that are coming available down the line. And as I said, that Manchester United should be first in the queue. And that we should be challenging next season. If we do get Ronaldo back in, make Old Trafford a fortress again. Because it hasn't been a fortress for a long time like it used to be under the Fergie days and all that. It used to be a fortress back in the day. But anyway, guys, that's about it. We have been on over an hour now, so guys, so I am going to stop blabbering on. Hope you've enjoyed my time and company as usual, guys. Drop a like on the video. Hope you enjoyed my time and company today. And take it easy, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.